Dwayne.
Dude,
Yeah.
I got
Ooh, that looks good.
Yeah, it does look good. uh, well, okay, we still got a couple rounds to go. Hopefully, we'll get that out. Since Rob is away, maybe this is a good time to like introduce our plugs, our Instagrams, so on and so forth, and then we'll just eventually build his. For y'all don't know, this is my channel. This is Loaded Magickzines. Go ahead, like, subscribe if you want to follow for more. You can catch me on Instagram at cult_of_the_occult. You can also catch me at facebook.com/coltoncastmakesart. Go ahead, plug yourselves, fellas.
Sorry, I'm eating, but you can find me on Instagram, the Poco Shinobi. Yeah, or you can add me on Switch, the Poco Shinobi.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then, guys, you can find me at Rigatonie_Jones on Instagram. That's RIGATONIE_Jones, JONES.
That's right. And you should be able to see them up in this left corner right here. Hopefully it's going. So make sure to follow us. Rob isn't here right now, so I'll plug him in. You can catch him at Instagram in Astral Workshop, one word, I think, right? And then his website, astralworkshop.com, where he has all his information. So he can go fuck himself. He doesn't get to tell him shit. I gotta say that shit. But Kyle, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's hear what about your paranormal experiences.
Oh, let me settle in real quick. Here we go. All right, man. So I've been very interested in paranormal stuff for a long time. It's always interested me, and as I gotten older, when I was younger, like in my late teens, maybe early 20s, I remember going to, quote unquote haunted spots and doing EVPs and stuff like that. And I've just kind of built off of that more and more as I get older. So I have plenty of experiences that I've had. So that's probably what I was just going to talk about today. The basement I'm in right now actually is a pretty solid spot if you want to get the chills. Like we were talking about earlier, the shadow people are real down here.
That's cool.
That's cool. So just this way, we have a hallway that goes down to the bathroom, and my bed is right behind this couch right here. So at night, you look down that hallway, and sometimes it's just constant back and forth. And like you guys were talking about, it's mostly through your peripherals. And sometimes I just might be too drunk and my eyes are playing tricks on me. I swear there's crazy stuff that goes on in here. We stirred up some stuff, me and my wife, down here a couple months ago, or maybe a year ago. We were doing some EVPs, just messing around. And after that, we heard some stuff on the EVPs, which was crazy. We were down, like I said, we're down the basement. We had nothing on. We're really good at making sure we don't have any extra shit in the background, like fans, anything that's going to ruin the quality of your recording. So we heard straight up like music blasting in the background.
Whoa.
And that was crazy. And it almost sounded like Blink-182. And it's like so random. But after we did that stuff, there was a lot of activity. I think for about a month after that, I couldn't go to the bathroom without hearing 3 knocks on the door.
Weird.
And we have a little 7-year-old too, so I'm always first thinking like, okay, little man's messing around. And there'd be times where I'd hop off the pot just to open that door as quick as I could, and there'd be nothing there.
Oh my lord.
Wow.
So that's happened a lot. Us having kids, we're always having, little man say mom or something behind us. There'll be times where me and Leslie are down here and we'll hear mom, and we'll look behind us and think it's Evan, and he'll be all the way the fuck upstairs, 2 stories away from us.
Wow. It's kind of odd.
I haven't really seen much. It's more been hearing and feeling. yeah, I've there's been some crazy times.
Um, so like when you get feelings, like sometimes I like to go out and fuck with ghosts too. I do like a lot of house cleansings and stuff like that. So when you get feelings, like is it emotional or is it like do you feel sickness? Like how would you transcribe a lot of the feelings that you get when you're like when you feel?
I think a lot of people feel this one, and it's that tingle that starts like at the base of your spine and just goes throughout your whole body.
Yeah.
And that's when you kind of know something's possibly close to you. That's a big thing. Emotions are huge for me.
Yeah.
I almost get down here. I almost get to the point where I want to shed a tear, but it's not necessarily like sadness. It's almost just like an overpowering feeling that just pushes your emotions to that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I have an experience. I at the store I work at. I just noticed it the other day. I was like in the back, and I got like overwhelming happiness to the point where it made me cry, and it was like for no reason whatsoever.
Exactly. Yeah, and it can go either way. It's usually just been the happy side for me, but I've had times where it's just like, whoa, like, holy shit, this is dark,
Homie, you might be a psychic, dog.
It's funny too. And me and Rob were talking about this a couple days ago. I don't know if you remember, Rob, but we were talking about like I'm more what's the word? Sensitive when I drink.
There's always a medium. There's always a medium.
Like it opens the channel. You know, that's like what I was thinking, like what we were talking about, like when I'll do like spell work, it always flows better after I've had a couple. You know what I mean? Like that channel's like just thrust wide open.
Absolutely.
I definitely feel like it opens your mind a little bit. Like I don't smoke that often, so I'm sure if I was high and doing that, I'm sure it'd be the same way. But just like drinking, I feel like it just opens your mind just a tad bit, and you're looser, and more receptive.
Yeah, it could be the possibility of it just numbing your like your inability to like hold back, and it lets you let go to the real.
It lets your guard down a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've had a lot of that in this house, in different places around Fort Collins and stuff. Leslie, actually, what was it, babe? Like a couple months ago, you got yanked on down here. Oh yeah, she was in the kitchen and she just got a yank on her shirt, and Evan wasn't there, nobody. So
interesting. Do you think?
Yeah, that's a trip, man. I would freak out. I'd probably move.
It ain't that bad. Do you think?
Pretty nuts.
Do you think it's a conscious energy, or do you think it's just something that's been like replaying that is just like
a residual?
Yeah.
I honestly don't think it's residual.
It has some sort of consciousness to it.
You know what though? It could be. It could be residual.
Yeah.
I do know that when we stir the pot, like, and mess with my K2 or spirit box, for the next following days, there definitely is more than before we did it.
Do you think it could be located to a certain room or a certain object, or do you think it's just the whole building in particular?
Babe, what would you say? Do you think it's like mostly the whole house or just down here? I think the primary location is our bathroom down here and this hallway. That's where we see 90% of what happens.
Have you seen any weird marks or like weird blood stains or anything?
Thank God, no. There was this one time though where we were doing an EVP and we were just trying to get stuff, and I went into the bathroom to take a leak, and Leslie has this like one of those egg-shaped boom boxes from like early 2000 that you just put a CD in top and close it. Anyway, for some reason it had Mozart or Bach or whatever the hell was in there, and it was completely off, and I'm sitting there taking a pee, and all of a sudden it turns on in that one song that goes doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo.
Nope.
It's
Nope. Dude, that's a true story. I can't make that up, and I'll never forget that.
Spine
fucking
tingling.
toilet comes to life.
Yeah, dude, that thing just went on.
Yeah, you had a piss shiver and a spine shiver.
I use this mostly, like
I just over my leg.
for my magnetic stuff, and then I got this little spirit box It's pretty neat.
I was looking into buying one because we're gonna do a ghost hunt at my store that I work at, and I was looking at spirit boxes, so I'll have to talk to you about like which one you like, or what you think about it.
This is my first one. I found it on Amazon, and I think it was like $70.
Oh yeah.
And I still like. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know the theories or how it works, just the thought behind it, but it's pretty damn cool.
That's cool. All right, I'll still want to fuck with it.
It picks up those frequencies and like. It'll give you the chills, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, more paranormal activity than I've ever witnessed, like firsthand, which is nuts, man. That literally makes your stomach just drop. Just thinking about stuff like that.
That's like a step away from like the movie Poltergeist. You know what I mean? Like you just start seeing all kinds of weird shit. Like Kyle, do you think it's like more to do with the building, or do you think maybe the ground has something to do with it too?
I've always thought about that, and since this house isn't too old, we don't really know the full history on it. There's 2 owners before us, so we don't really know. I personally believe it's the ground in the area around us. I also think that us stirring shit up could have also brought more entities to this.
Maybe it's like a cross between like, maybe it's like a sacred, or it was a sacred area, and then it got developed on, and then stirring the pot on top of that just like adds to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to tell you motherfuckers my story, because it has to be literally the same underlying theory. It's like literally what we're just talking about. It's so crazy.
That's awesome.
All right.
Go ahead. All in all, just final notes. I don't think any of it's negative, and that's the thing that keeps me from like not sleeping upstairs and still sleeping down here.
That's nice. At least you know there's like no negativity about it.